हेलो व्यूअर्स, मेरा नाम आमना सलाउद्दीन है। आज हम फैज़ अहमद फ़ैज़ की सेंटेनियल मनाने के लिए यहाँ पर जमा हैं। यहाँ पर बहुत सारे आर्टिस्ट हैं, एज़ यू सी। यहाँ पर अमेरिकन्स भी हैं, अपने पाकिस्तानी इंडियन लोग भी हैं और सब फैज़ साहब के फ़ैन्स हैं। आज यहाँ पर फ़ैज़ की नज़में सुनाई जाएंगी, फ़ैज़ की गज़लें सुनाई जाएंगी और फ़ैज़ ने जो अंग्रेज़ी में जो पोएम्स कही हैं वो भी आज यहाँ पर सुनाई जाएंगी। एंड they are talking about the message of Faiz, which was for universal human rights and the struggle of humanity against oppression. There's a fairly big gathering here, and everybody is here to basically celebrate not just Faiz, but the universal message that Faiz had to propagate to humanity.
12 Gate Gallery is celebrating the centennial of Faiz, the poet from Pakistan, and as one of the gallery associates at 12 Gate Gallery, we're extremely excited to be celebrating this momentous occasion and sharing it with the Philadelphia community. I've been with the gallery basically since it started to about 2 years ago, and Aisha, the gallery director, was nice enough on one of her recent trips to get me this sari, so excited to be able to wear it and represent this wonderful culture with everyone.
Thank you so much, TV1, for being here. We are celebrating Faiz Centennial event, and this is the first event in Philadelphia. I'm very honored to do this event, and I have a wonderful audience. You can see it's houseful and wonderful artists and performers here. This is about, like, we wanted to do, we have Rumina and Leon. They will be reading Faiz poetry, and Radha and Ellen Miner, they are accompanying them with the music. The whole purpose was just to create this evening with Faiz's poetry, and especially what happened in Egypt just yesterday. So I was really amazed with the timing and with the poet. So basically, my whole purpose was to bring this in Philadelphia, where it was never done before. There is no South Asian representation, and I'm really pleased and I'm really happy, and I'm really thank you for bringing it out to people too. I think these events, they should be happening more, especially for our young generation. I remember when we were going to school in Pakistan, we knew about Faiz Ahmad Faiz, we knew about Faraz, we knew about Mir, Ghalib, everybody. But now these days kids, if you talk to them, they have no idea about Murakkai Urdu or all these poets. So I think these events, and they should be kids friendly, they should be parents, family friendly, so they can come here, and especially living abroad, we are not at home. So it's very important for us to be close to our house. I feel like I'm in Pakistan today, so it's very important. I strongly encourage events like that.
I think it's a fantastic gallery, beautiful artwork, nice place to come, and we hope to hear some poetry and some music.
Looking forward to this event. Of course, it's a super poet, and Rumina is an excellent singer, so hopefully it should be an interesting evening.
We are here to listen to some of his poetry and stuff. And Rumina has done it before, and she's an excellent singer. So we are looking forward to a good evening, good enjoyment.
We're going to be performing some light classical pieces with Alan G. I'm just going to be accompanying mostly, but there's going to be some poetical readings and some singing, some beautiful singing. And I'm excited and happy to be here to present this beautiful music.
And how long have you studied Faiz or studied the music here?
I've studied tabla for about 15 years here in Philadelphia. And I'm not actually that familiar with this particular style of music, but I've been growing more familiar during our rehearsals, and I find it quite lovely.
I'm going to be playing the sitar and also the Israj with Rumina and with our Leon, our English reciter. And I've been playing the music of classical music of India and Pakistan for about 30 years now or more. I lived in India actually for about 10 years, and I'm an Indian Urdu. I speak Urdu, and I love ghazal poetry also. Although I don't follow every nuance, but still, ghazal is a wonderful, wonderful poetic genre.
really nice. बहुत मुख्तलिफ किस्म का प्रोग्राम है. आयशा आतिफ ने जो कोशिश की है, I think it's going to work very well.
तो कितने अरसे से फैज़ को पढ़ रही हैं और कितने अरसे से गा रही हैं?
Oh my God, मेरे ख्याल से 22-23 साल तो हो गए होंगे. पढ़ना मैंने बाद में शुरू किया फैज़ को, गाना पहले शुरू किया.
तो ये बताइए कि आपकी सबसे फेवरेट गज़ल फैज़ साहब की कौन सी है?
मेरी सबसे फेवरेट नज़म है दश्त तन्हाई में. इस दिल में सदाकत है जब तक, इस नुत्क में ताकत है जब तक, इन तौको सलासिल को हम तुम सिखलाएंगे शोरिश बरबतों ने, वो शोरिश जिसके आगे ज़बूं हंगामाए तबले कैसरों के, हंगामाए तबले कैसरों के. आज़ाद है अपने फ़िक्रो अमल, भरपूर खजीना हिम्मत का, एक उम्र है अपनी हर साथ, इमरूज़ है अपना हर फरदा, इमरूज़ है अपना हर फरदा.
Time past is time present. And in the past which neither man nor history remembers, there was no time. Today I am a speaker of Faiza's poetry, but I will sadly, like our distinguished Dr. Maina, I will not be speaking in Urdu, but I will be doing translations, some of Faiza's own translations in English. So it's a very exciting time actually for a lot of our audience who don't speak Urdu, who could follow and understand the depth of humanity and humanism that Faiz expresses so well in his poetry.
Now, are you familiar with Faiz in Urdu as well, or have you studied it in English only?
With the musical instruments that are accompanying me today, and are somewhat familiar with the music, but not so much the poetry that accompanies that. So it's very exciting for me to be able to delve into it like this and be able to share with everyone here tonight. Today I'm doing his only English poem that he wrote called The Unicorn and the Dancing Girl. And it is about two artifacts that were found in Mohenjo-Daro, is that correct? About the right of a clay pot with a unicorn on it and a little icon of a statuette of a dancing girl with her limbs enwrapping herself, and he uses these as symbols, the unicorn as a symbol of timelessness and past and the history of the South Asian culture, which is permanent in some way but also lost in the present. And written within this eternity of silence, the music of time began in the leap of a lonely spring, out of the encrusted womb of a wilderness of rocks, the joyous limbs of the dancing girl defying the motionless unicorn and dancing waters on their festival march to the sea. Thus time was born, and cities arose on the plains, attracting an unending caravan of human feet, marching in and out of the timeless mountains. Parthians, Bactrians, Huns and Scythians, Arabs, Tartars, Turks, and white men. But as time unwound its first thread, the unicorn, which is past, grabbed it in its blind hoofs and spun it round and imprisoned it within itself. And time became the endless drone of the water wheel, the creaking of the wooden cart, the hum of the spinning wheel, the closed spectrum of light and shadow. although men matched their strength against the wheel to tighten and to create much that was good and beautiful. Buildings, gardens, paintings, carpets, ornaments, music. But everything moved within its own remorseless orbit. Even the dance of the dancing girl, imprisoned within the circular whirl of her own limbs, and the gaze of eager eyes in a close set circle. For the wheel was fate and custom, and the will of the unknown powers, which predestined all beauty to death and decay after its span, and mighty cities to dust. And small men gave up the fight and accepted the yoke to circumambulate their allotted round of days like blindfold oxen. And the wheel was fate, and the yoke was karma, and fear, and want, and pain, and withering of age, and death with its mercy, and the tyrant with no mercy in his heart. Unlike the present, and then the striving and the strain, the sorrows and the dreams and passions and yearnings of numberless beings over untold centuries snapped the yoke and broke the wheel to unleash an orgy of frenzied movement. The wheel cranking across on steel tracks, speeding in metal roads, whirling on airfields and giant factories, explosives ripping up the timeless mountains to release power. Earth movers plowing through timeless sands to admit water, men and women, boys and girls, unyoked from fate and karma and custom and the dream of an unknown will. The joyousness of the dancing girl rippling in abandon through the young flesh of countless limbs, and the unicorn reduced at last to a mere design on a fabric, a mere decoration on the wall. And yet, time present is still time past, in faces, in places, in custom and ritual, and the grave of the nameless saint, in hunger and want and pain and the withering of age.